What if your whole life was just a memory implant? That's the twisted world of Total Recall 1990, a film so intense even today's blockbusters can't match its brilliance. But here's what fans don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger nearly lost his mind making it. From suffocating Mars scenes to shocking behind-the-scenes injuries, this movie was pure madness. So buckle up and subscribe now, because what you're about to hear will blow your mind. Let's uncover 20 insane facts about this sci-fi legend. Fact number 1. Arnold saved the film from being canceled. When studio executives doubted Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger stepped in like a true action hero. He used his rising Hollywood power to demand Paul Verhoeven as the director, ensuring the film kept its violent, dark tone. Without Arnold's intervention, Total Recall could have been a forgotten script collecting dust. His insistence on realism and raw energy changed everything. Arnold didn't just star, he built the movie's identity. Without Arnold's determination, this sci-fi masterpiece would never have reached theaters or made cinematic history. Fact number 2. The Mars scenes were shot in Mexico City. Most fans don't realize that Total Recall's iconic Mars colony wasn't filmed on Mars, it was shot in Mexico City. The crew spent months transforming underground tunnels and industrial areas into a believable Martian world. The high altitude made filming grueling. Cast and crew suffered headaches, nausea, and dehydration. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger needed oxygen breaks between takes. But that struggle paid off. Those red, dusty visuals felt authentic, giving Total Recall the otherworldly realism no CGI could ever match. Fact number 3. The mutant effects were 100% practical. Before CGI ruled Hollywood, Total Recall relied on practical effects to bring its mutants to life. Legendary artist Rob Bottin, known for The Thing, created animatronic puppets that moved and breathed like real humans. Every bulging vein and twisted mutation you see on screen was physically built, not computer-generated. The most famous was Quado, the psychic mutant leader, operated by multiple puppeteers. It took hours of coordination to make him blink and speak. That's why the effects still look creepily realistic decades later. Fact number 4. Arnold nearly passed out during the oxygen scene. That intense scene where Arnold's eyes bulge out in the Mars atmosphere, it wasn't all acting. During filming, the pressurized chamber and tight prosthetics made it hard for Arnold to breathe. The heat and limited airflow pushed him to exhaustion, and he nearly passed out mid-scene. Crew members had to stop filming to give him oxygen. Despite that, Arnold insisted on finishing the take because perfection mattered. His dedication made that moment one of Total Recall's most unforgettable sequences ever shot. Fact number 5. The ending still confuses fans. Is Douglas Quaid's story real or just a dream? Even after decades, Total Recall's ending sparks debates among fans. Director Verhoeven confirmed that the ambiguity was intentional. Every scene is built to keep viewers guessing. Was it Mars or was it all in Quaid's head? The sudden fade to white and subtle musical shift were clues. This mystery keeps the movie timeless, forcing fans to re-watch it again and again. That's genius storytelling at its best, pure mind-bending cinema. Fact number 6. Sharon Stone trained like a real soldier. Before Total Recall, Sharon Stone wasn't known for action roles. But to play Lori, Quaid's lethal wife, she trained extensively in martial arts and weapon handling. Her fight scenes were so convincing that even Arnold Schwarzenegger praised her intensity. Sharon performed most of her stunts herself, punching, kicking, and wrestling with full force. The crew said she trained harder than anyone else on set. Her powerful performance made Lori one of the most iconic, badass female villains in 90s sci-fi cinema. Fact number 7. The three-breasted mutant was almost cut. The movie's most talked-about character, the three-breasted mutant, nearly didn't make it to the screen. Studio executives feared it was too shocking for audiences. But Verhoeven, known for pushing boundaries, refused to remove her. The prosthetic was made from latex and applied for hours each day to actress Lycia Naff. When the scene premiered, audiences were stunned and instantly became one of the film's most unforgettable moments. Today, it's one of the boldest scenes in 90s sci-fi history. Fact number 8. The film was one of the most expensive of its time. When Total Recall was released in 1990, its budget was a staggering $65 million, making it one of the most expensive movies ever made at that time. Every dollar showed, from massive sets to revolutionary animatronics. Producers worried it would never make a profit, but it became a global hit, earning over $260 million worldwide. Critics praised its groundbreaking mix of action and philosophy. Total Recall proved that smart, high-budget science fiction could dominate theaters, not just explode things on screen. Fact number 9. The elevator fight was brutally real. That iconic elevator fight scene between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sharon Stone wasn't faked. The actors performed the sequence themselves, using heavy metal props and real motion rigs. During one take, Arnold's hand was actually bruised when a mechanical door slammed too early. The scene took several days to shoot due to its physical intensity and technical setup. Despite the danger, both stars refused stunt doubles. Their dedication gave the fight a raw, bone-crunching realism that still leaves fans breathless to this day. Fact number 10. The film won an Academy Award for visual effects. Total Recall's visual effects were so groundbreaking that it won the 1991 Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. The award was shared by Eric Breivig, Rob Bottin, and Tim McGovern, who used revolutionary miniature models, prosthetics, and motion control cameras. No CGI was used. Every explosion and transformation was practical. The mutant makeup, Mars sets, and X-ray skeleton scene all pushed the limits of what 90s filmmaking could achieve. That Oscar win solidified Total Recall as a visual masterpiece, decades ahead of its time. Fact number 11. The original script was written in the 1970s. Total Recall wasn't a quick idea. Its script was first written in the 1970s based on Philip K. Dick's short story, We Can Remember It For You Wholesale. The project spent nearly 15 years in development hell, passing through several studios and writers before finally reaching Arnold Schwarzenegger and Paul Verhoeven. The early versions were too expensive to film until technology caught up. When it finally hit theaters, the story's decades-long journey proved worth it, becoming a defining sci-fi classic that still fascinates audiences today. Fact number 12. Michael Ironside broke a rib during filming. During one of Total Recall's intense fight scenes, Michael Ironside, who played Richter, broke a rib while performing a stunt with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The injury happened during the violent chase sequence, but instead of stopping production, Ironside kept filming like a true professional. Even Arnold admired his toughness, calling him unstoppable. Despite the pain, Ironside completed his scenes without complaint. His brutal performance as Richter became one of the movie's highlights, proof that Total Recall's actors gave everything, literally body and soul, for perfection. Fact number 14. Arnold's favorite line became a meme. Who could forget Arnold Schwarzenegger's iconic one-liner, "Consider that a divorce"? That brutal moment right after he shoots Laurie became an instant pop culture legend. Arnold later said it was his favorite line in the entire movie because it perfectly mixed humor and savagery, the essence of his 90s persona. Decades later, the quote turned into a viral internet meme, used in countless videos and posts. It's a reminder of how Total Recall combined clever writing with Arnold's unmatched delivery to create timeless action moments. Fact number 15. The X-ray machine scene was revolutionary. The iconic X-ray machine scene, showing Arnold's full skeleton running through scanners, was one of the first uses of motion capture technology in cinema. Visual effects artist Tim McGovern designed the sequence using early computer modeling, a groundbreaking move in 1990. It was so advanced, audiences believed it was real. The animation was later studied by VFX teams as a milestone in combining live action and digital effects. That scene paved the way for future sci-fi hits like The Matrix and Minority Report. Fact number 16.
The mutant makeup took over 5 hours daily. Creating the mutants of Mars wasn't easy. Each actor spent 5 to 7 hours every morning in the makeup chair, while artists applied prosthetics, airbrushing, and animatronics. The most complex design, Totall, required multiple technicians operating wires, motors, and facial features in perfect sync. Some actors even fell asleep during the long process, but the results were spectacular, so lifelike that viewers were both fascinated and horrified. Those effects proved practical makeup could outshine early CGI, giving Total Recall its unforgettable, gritty realism. Fact number 17. The subway scene was filmed in an actual power plant. That futuristic subway sequence wasn't a set. It was filmed inside a real Mexico City power plant. The industrial environment gave the movie its gritty, metallic aesthetic. The smell of oil and heat was so strong that actors often had to pause between takes. Paul Verhoeven loved the realism, calling it perfectly Martian. The crew modified the location with lights, smoke, and red filters to mimic Mars's atmosphere. That real-world location gave Total Recall a level of authenticity modern CGI environments rarely match.